WVII Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
There are new details about a stabbing in Bangor over the weekend. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. One of the region's largest police departments is fighting an uphill battle while it tries to fill vacant positions. And a new bill before the legislature would help veterans that move to Maine. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey, Susan. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks. Across the Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alrighty, here we are. Small craft advisories in effect along the coast until 11 p.m. this evening. There's a cold front out towards sea, stirring up the ocean right now, and that's why we have those advisories in effect. We had some snowfall earlier this morning that's tapering off now. Will then become partly cloudy later this afternoon, so keep those sunglasses handy. You will need those as you do drive home from work or school. Otherwise, though, here's the big picture. The last of the system is moving out towards sea now, so we're just about done with the excitement, but a little bit more precipitation will be on the way as we head later on to the week. But otherwise, though, futurecast showing decreasing clouds, maybe a little bit more fog and clouds as we head towards the overnight period tonight. By Wednesday, more clouds move in as another system starts to approach. Winds are out of the north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. They'll back off a little bit tonight, but tomorrow here we are, another system moving in and some stronger winds, especially along the coast, getting close to around 15 miles per hour in a few spots. So 35 degrees on this Valentine's Day. The morning snow showers are tapering off. They will become partly cloudy, north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, showing partly cloudy skies overall, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. At least 3 people have been killed and another 5 injured in a shooting at Michigan State University. The shooting started late Monday night and took place in 2 separate locations on campus. ABC's Ika Jachi is in Washington with the details.
This is the Student Union building where one of those terrifying shootings took place. Many students were in class when they heard gunfire and ran for their lives. Now, the nightmare unfolding here on the Michigan State University campus at about 8:18 p.m. Monday night, according to authorities. That's when the gunman opened fire at Berkey Hall, killing 2 people. Authorities say from there, the gunman headed to the nearby Student Union building where a 3rd person was killed. 5 other victims were hospitalized. For some 4 hours, a manhunt for the 43-year-old suspect, seen in this image released by police. Now, the gunman, authorities say, was tracked down about midnight at a location off campus and died, police say, from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now, those 5 victims were hospitalized in critical condition. Investigators here are now working to figure out a motive.
There are new details about a man charged with stabbing a neighbor in Bangor. 40-year-old Brandon Hamilton was arrested Sunday after he allegedly attacked a man who was also living at a home on Union Street. Hamilton told authorities he kicked in the door because he thought the victim was cooking methamphetamine. According to the Bangor Daily, the victim claims Hamilton also accused him of stealing a radio. The victim suffered stab wounds and several cuts, but is expected to survive. Hamilton is charged with burglary, aggravated assault, and other charges. He's being held on $5,000 bail. One of the region's largest police departments is fighting an uphill battle while it tries to fill its vacant positions. Devin Dagnall has more on how they are addressing the issue.
According to Bangor Police Department Public Information Officer Jason McCambly, the Bangor Police Department is still short 10 officers, and he doesn't see any end in sight for the shortage.
It's low everywhere. It's low for every department, and we're kind of fortunate that we're only down 10. We were down 14 a couple of weeks ago. It's making do with less, and really the only thing you can do with less is less.
McCambly says the current shortage can be attributed to a number of things, but there are 2 factors that stick out above the rest. One problem is there is still a large backlog of students at the Maine Police Academy due to COVID, which is stopping new officers from getting started. The other is the type of calls Bangor police officers are known to respond to.
One of the things we hear is you deal with the homeless a lot, which is true.
McCambly says that a lot of officers are wary of dealing with Bangor's large homeless population. However, McCambly says there is a team being put together for the city that should take care of the majority of that problem.
We have our Bangor Community Action Team that is dealing with a lot of those calls that are not police calls. We call them welfare checks. And they're going to go out and handle those calls for us.
McCambly says that he hopes the presence of the Bangor Community Action Team, or BCAT, will show potential officers that their time will be largely spent on police work and not as much on what they perceive as social work. In addition to the BCAT program, McCambly says the city is also offering very competitive wages and schedules to new and current officers. But only time will tell if those changes will be enough to affect the police shortage. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up later this week in our next law enforcement town hall, we talk to multiple area departments about the staffing challenges they face, why they are struggling to hire, and how they are confronting that challenge. Senator Angus King is co-sponsoring legislation that would ban TikTok from operating in the United States. The bill would prevent social media platforms from working in the U.S. if they are owned wholly or in part by foreign regimes deemed adversarial. The measure aims to protect Americans and their data from the governments of China, Russia, and other countries that the United States considers dangerous. Social media platforms would be able to continue operating in the U.S. if they are relocated or were sold to a friendly nation. A bill to expand career and technical education programs to middle schools in Maine has been introduced to the legislature. LD 33 would allocate funding for the programs. Senator Joe Rafferty of Kennebunk sponsored the bill. He says, quote, "As we frequently heard, Maine faces numerous challenges in training the workforce needed by businesses statewide. That is particularly evident in the trades. This proposed legislation removes roadblocks and allows for the current career and technical education centers in Maine to expand their programs to middle schools within their service districts. The bill faces further action in committee." New legislation was introduced at the State House Monday that seeks to bolster a new drought relief program for Maine farmers. Senator Henry Ingerson of Arundel says LD 315 would allow the state to take a proactive role in helping farmers access efficient and reliable water resources for irrigation in the wake of recurring drought conditions. Ingerson says that Maine has abundant water resources, but not necessarily enough at the right place or at the right time. He says the changing climate is making water availability more unpredictable, and the new legislation can help ensure the future of the industry. Monday, the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee heard testimony for a proposed bill aimed at helping veterans relocate to Maine. A.J. Douglas has more.
LD 265 is a bill that would increase funding for an organization that provides support for active duty service members transitioning into civilian life. If approved by the Maine legislature, $200,000 would be awarded to organizations recruiting veterans moving to Maine.
We help translate their military skills and experiences into language that civilian hiring managers are going to understand. We're still a small community, and you're never more than 2 or 3 people away from being connected to anyone in the state. But if you're not from here, that can be a little bit daunting.
Boost to Roots is a nonprofit organization that assists transitioning military members, veterans, and their spouses by pairing them with a peer mentor after relocating to Maine in an effort to help them find meaningful employment.
Maine doesn't necessarily have a reputation for vibrant economic opportunity. They don't know about the great way of life here.
House Representative Leader Maureen Terry introduced the bill in hopes of supporting organizations like Boost to Roots in their efforts to get the word out about Maine's vibrant and ever-growing economic opportunities.
We're a small state, we're an aging state, and we want to make sure, but we're also awesome. And we want to make sure that folks from all over the country come here and lay roots here. Someday down the road, some kid will tell a story of how, his parent got to Maine and how they became a family, a Maine family.
The bill is set to go into a work session where committee members will further discuss if the initial bill should potentially be amended or approved to head to the House. If the bill is signed into law by the governor, $200,000 would be dispensed to the Department of Defense, Veterans, and Emergency Management to qualifying organizations in Maine performing outreach. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, there's a proposal for the state to buy out farms contaminated with so-called forever chemicals. We'll have the details when we return.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
When Mainly Mercantile wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Mainly Mercantile is a venue of small businesses. We are a diverse group offering upcycled furniture and home decor, vintage items, jewelry, DIY creative products, made in Maine items, and souvenirs.
Almost 1/3 of investment fraud victims are over 60. If someone offers you an investment, ask them these questions first. Are you licensed with the Maine Office of Securities? Are the securities registered? What are all of the risks and fees? How and when will I get my money back? Check before you invest. Contact the Maine Office of Securities. If we don't know, we can't help. And get the Smart Investors Checklist at investors.maine.gov.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Farms destroyed by forever chemicals is a serious problem across Maine. Those who are aware they have contaminated land can no longer produce food, and they're unable to sell. As Mel Meyer reports, some lawmakers want the state to buy them out.
It's completely devastated us.
Dairy farmer Fred Stone had to slaughter most of the cows he had after he learned his land and water were tainted by PFAS.
It's completely wiped us clean, just about.
And because it's contaminated, Stone can't sell his farm. So you're stuck with worthless land.
We're stuck with worthless land, yes, that we cannot do anything with.
Stone, like others, put sludge on his land, a wastewater treatment byproduct once used as fertilizer that we now know frequently contained PFAS.
The environmental agencies of the state of Maine told these farmers this substance was safe to spread on their farms.
But it wasn't. That's why Representative Wayne Perry is sponsoring a bill that would require the state to buy farms that were found to be contaminated before January 1st of this year.
Future ones, we're going to need future legislation, future allocations, future, more money down the road.
The purchase price would be at the assessed fair market value, but no less than $20,000 per acre. Even some supporters say that's too much.
We're also hesitant about putting an actual dollar amount in statute. We feel that it could cause issues in the future.
Others argue some of the land may be salvageable.
We want to do everything we can to clean it up and make it productive.
And state officials are already figuring out how to help affected farmers, with tens of millions of dollars devoted to this issue.
The process deserves an opportunity to play out.
But Perry wants a government to move faster because some farmers have already been waiting for years.
The Bangor School Department is considering establishing their own health clinic. According to the Bangor School Department Communications Director Ray Finney, the idea is in the talking stages. The decision comes after the Penobscot Community Health Care Clinic at Bangor High School opened almost a year ago and has proven to be a success. Finney told us high school students have been using this clinic so much it now has a wait list. The new clinic will be a multi-purpose aid for students in the Bangor School District. Besides providing mental health counseling, the clinic also administers immunizations, tests for common illnesses, and physicals for students in order for them to participate in extracurricular activities. After the break, we'll find out if humans can get bird flu. We'll be right back.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in this state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Living in Maine, many things stick with you throughout your life. If you're far from home or you're missing those things, then Box of Maine is for you. Shipping nationwide for corporate businesses or individuals, Box of Maine gives everyone their own personal taste of our great state. And a portion of every box we sell goes directly to local nonprofits. Have you visited the gift shop yet? Filled to the brim with everything you find in our boxes, you can pick what you need or even create your own box. Stop by for perfect Maine gifts today at Box of Maine.
Now to New York City, and what police are calling a rampage by the driver of a U-Haul truck. Witnesses describe half a mile of madness with people diving to get out of the driver's path. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has this story.
This morning, the U-Haul driver blamed for a deadly rampage on the streets of New York is behind bars, accused of running down pedestrians. The truck cutting through traffic, barreling alongside storefronts, pedestrians leaping out of the way, one barely avoided getting hit.
And I see the truck is coming very fast. I jump, with the truck, if he hit me, I'm be dead.
Police say 62-year-old Wang Soor's violent spree turned into a 40-minute chase through Brooklyn, allegedly challenging police to shoot him.
This guy with the U truck doesn't wait for the red light, doesn't stop, doesn't slow down. And all of a sudden, he hit him so hard that the bike spun like 3 times.
8 people were hospitalized, and overnight, a 44-year-old man died of his injuries. Authorities saying this was not terrorism, but may have been intentional. Wang Soor rented the truck in Florida, and police recovered items they say suggest he had been living in that van. A source confirms Soor has a history of run-ins with police, in which he was determined to be emotionally disturbed.
I thought it was an action film. I never saw anything like that in my entire life.
Despite those run-ins with the law, we're told the suspect has no formal criminal history.
A highly contagious bird flu is spreading in the U.S. While infection in humans is rare, it is possible. With more, here's ABC's Faith Abube.
Life on a farm surrounded by furthered friends sounds like a dream, but the agricultural community is dealing with a new nightmare: rising cases of bird flu. Some types of bird flu exist harmlessly in wild birds, but a new highly contagious strain is fatal to chickens, and it's spreading around the U.S. New reports from January document millions of infected birds in nearly every state. Although it's rare for humans to become infected, it is possible, and the risk is higher if you work closely with birds. The same mask and glove PPE we used throughout the pandemic can help minimize infection from contaminated animals if you're going to be in contact with them. One last food for thought: don't worry about eating chicken or eggs. The risk of contracting bird flu from food is extremely low. And as with all types of flu, keep washing those hands. With this Medical Minute, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News.
Come this summer, getting your boat out of the water could involve an extra step. That's because boaters could be required to drain their boats and trailers. It's part of an effort to stop the spread of invasive species. A bill, which had a public hearing on Monday, directs people drain their boat and trailer or any equipment that can hold water. It's already against the law to transport any aquatic plants on a boat or trailer in the state. Some invasive species like zebra mussels may be hard to see in parts of the boat that hold water. These pests were just found in Quebec, which is a real concern for environmental groups.
Zebra mussels are very invasive. They spread really, really quickly, and they're microscopic. They don't have any predators, so if they got into our water bodies, it could be really, really devastating.
This is an emergency bill, so if lawmakers pass it, it would go into effect as soon as the governor signs it. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyu.
Deny, delay, devalue. Time's on our side.
It's a serious accident. Lots of medical bills, wrecked vehicles.
Still, don't see a problem.
It's the law offices of Joe Bornstein, and they want triple what we offered, and a fair settlement now. Triple.
Call Joe, the law offices of Joe Bornstein. Maine lawyers working for Maine people.
Let's settle this one.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
Welcome back to the National Window Showdown. It's now time for our expert picks. My pick is Renewal by Andersen. Their customer service is exceptional, trustworthy, professional. Renewal by Andersen has to be the pick for me.
I love Renewal by Andersen for this too, Brian. They take care of the entire process from consultation to installation and beyond. They're second to none.
Guys, for me, it's the Fibrex. It's a no-brainer. Renewal by Andersen takes it to the house.
A clean sweep for Renewal by Andersen. They really are the better way to a better window.
Athletes are continuing a decades-long tradition here in Maine. On Monday, competitors strapped on their snowshoes to kick off Penobscot, Piscataquis, and Hancock Area Special Olympics Winter Games. The area co-manager, Christina Erhardt, says although it hasn't yet reached the same attendance as the Summer Games, the Winter Special Olympics has been steadily growing in popularity.
We're excited. We have about 150 athletes participating in snowshoe, downhill ski, speed skating, and Nordic ski.
According to Erhardt, all of Monday's events were adult time trials. The competition was fierce, but there were those who were just happy to have fun with their friends.
We do a lot together. We've been practicing every day with all our friends.
cool. We come out, hang out here, do our snowshoeing every day, practice and that.
The events will continue through today with finals for both adults and school-age athletes at Herman Mountain from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
All right, let's get things rolling out there. We have a small craft advisory in effect until 11 p.m. as we head towards tonight, though. We have a system out towards sea, at least at this point. And because of that system, we are seeing some wave fights that are rather active right now at around 5 to 13 feet, according to some of the buoys, and still active on land nearby as well. And that is why that small craft advisory is now in effect. We've had snow showers that moved through last night and parts of this morning. Tapering off now will become partly cloudy as the afternoon progresses with this area of low pressure that's moving out towards sea as we speak. We'll calm down for now, but there's a lot of activity off toward the west, and we'll be watching for our next turn for a little bit of activity as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. Otherwise, Caribou, 23 inches of snow on the ground, 4 inches of snow on the ground right now over in the Bangor area, so looking pretty decent with regards to our snowpack. And we're going to be adding a little bit more in the way of some rainfall on the way, maybe a slight chance for some rain coming up soon. So we're going to be melting some snow as we do move forward. So decreasing clouds will be the general idea for us today. Maybe some clouds, a little bit of fog overnight tonight as well. But then by tomorrow, look what happens here. We'll be watching for some clouds that will be moving in with a slight chance for some rain showers overall during the afternoon period, and some in the northern ends of the state as well. As we head towards Wednesday evening, we'll see that going for a little while, but backing off as we head towards Thursday morning. So that's for any snowfall, nothing meaningful on the way. Anything that falls will be in the northern ends of the state and won't amount to much of anything there, but we will have a little bit of rainfall that will be falling as well. Nothing too extreme going on there, maybe a 1/10 of an inch or less between now and as we head towards early Thursday morning. So your forecast for today, 35 degrees, some morning snow showers early already this morning. We're done with that. Then partly cloudy for the afternoon period, so keep those sunglasses handy. North wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 20 degrees, partly cloudy, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast moving forward. Wednesday, slight chance for some rain showers with highs in the lower 40s, lower 50s for your Thursday with a mostly cloudy sky. More rain Friday, early highs in the 50s, upper 20s, sunshine by Saturday.
Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thank you for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Beth Jones and Peter Dubois on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
Whenever Maine Wood Floors wants to know the weather, they log on to foxbangor.com. Whether you're searching to add beauty with a new hardwood floor or need to restore your old one, Maine Wood Floors is your hardwood flooring expert in Mid-Coast Maine. Dedication, teamwork, and passion drives you on the court. Coastal Auto Parts' 29 locations in Maine will get you to the moment that matters. It's tourney time. Let's get up and go.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Fox 22 and ABC 7 have a great way for you to save money on dining out. It's half off dining from foxbangor.com. Just click on half off deals and start saving. Be watching for our featured deal every Thursday at 9 a.m. Plus, we add bonus deals all the time. You can buy $50 gift certificates for $25. Also, check out Half Off Fun while you're there too. Half Off Dining at foxbangor.com. From Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Why do I love Mainers? Where do I even begin? You know, they're just honest, awesome people. They'll tell you what they think and why they think it, which is great, especially in news, because we want to know what people think and how they feel about issues. But they're also they prove time and time again that they're just hardworking, genuine people who have compassion for their neighbors and just are looking to be good to each other and help each other. And Mainers are awesome.
The following is a paid advertisement for LifeLock by Norton, paid for by Norton LifeLock.
Protecting your identity in today's world is more important and more difficult than ever.